Oh, good afternoon. I think like Tyra and Dan, this day always kind of sneaks up on you because players, are committed for much longer time. I was joking about, we used to sit in February and watch a fax machine to see letters come across, and the football coaches were always the most nervous. We kind of knew which faxes were coming, and boy, has that changed. But even though it sneaks up and doesn't maybe come with the fanfare or the surprise that maybe it has in the past, it's no less important for the young women who have made this big decision in their life to come and be a part of our family. And we're always really grateful for them for choosing us to be kind of alongside this on their journey through the next chapter in their sport. And, I've always said one of the reasons I do this is because the amount of growth that happens from an incoming freshman to an outgoing senior is incredible. And for someone to choose to be a part of this program and have that journey take place on our campus and with our coaching staff and within this athletic department, I think it's something that's always humbling. So we're excited about the 6 young women that have signed their NLIs today. 3 of those from within the state. I think that's something that all of us in DIA and in Illinois athletics know that we want to keep the best in the state. And so to have 3 in-state players joining us that have seen quite a bit of success, we're excited about that. And then 3 from outside the state. And I'll start with our out-of-staters first. Ellen Pearson, who is, for those of you who watched this play, I think we might end up with what some people might call the Twin Towers. If Ellen Pearson was to walk into this room, you might think it was Eileen Murphy. She's redheaded, she's big, strong, can win balls in the air. So certainly going to give us another presence that as a center back. She's Swedish. Her dad is Swedish, so has had an opportunity to even train with one of the Swedish pros teams. So her knowledge and soccer IQ to go along with her physical attributes, I think, are something that we're really excited about. She's from the Houston area, plays for GA team called the Houston Dash, and has played for the Woodlands High School as well. I think like Dan, we look for players that come from successful programs and successful programs at high levels, and all of these players I think have impacted their success at their high school level as well as their club level, which again kind of is the AAU version for soccer. Along with that, Leah Howard, who, if you follow high school soccer in Massapequa, New York, they just won their 13th state title. 3 of those were run by Hope Breslin, and so there's the connection from Long Island to Champaign, Illinois, that continues. She's got this infectious smile. She's 5'2", but don't let that surprise you. She has the record for assists, career assists in Long Island, and can certainly do some creative, crafty things with the ball and get people in good places to score. I think you'll see the attacking abilities in this class. The last out-of-stater, again, from the Michigan Hawks Club, teammates of Ella Karolak. Again, a really, really talented club in the Midwest, and one that is known for really developing players with a high IQ. And certainly Abby Zugay is going to have that, but I think what she also brings is she's got this relentless, feisty mentality. I would say she scores as many goals just with her effort as she does with her actual ability to strike a ball, but she can do both. The name might sound familiar. Her sister was a senior this year at the University of Nebraska. So certainly a Big Ten family, and excited to have her join us. So those are our 3 out-of-staters from Houston, Texas, Long Island, New York, and Michigan. So we certainly have scoured to find that talent. But our in-state talent we're pretty excited about. 2 from the Chicago area. Ashley Stellan from the Soccer's organization, teammates of Angie Gallo and Maddie Mariani that joined us this year. So that they will be joining their teammates, and again a club that has had quite a bit of success, and again in developing players that have that high soccer IQ, but also have the athleticism that you want. And so that's exciting to have Ashley joining us. We have a goalkeeper in this class, Isabel Lee. And if you follow basketball, you might have heard her name in that way. She's a dual sport athlete, basketball and soccer player. I would say similar to Tyra, who talked about a late bloomer, Izzy's a little bit of a late bloomer. If you read a basketball article, it says at the beginning of COVID, she was 5'5", and she's now 5'11". So certainly has grown into the position to be a goalkeeper. There might be a little exaggeration. She was probably 5'6", and she's now 5'10", but there was certainly, a growth. I saw the high school state championship, and in those state championship games, she showed the ability to make the big save and to be calm and collected in the big moments. And she's now playing for the Eclipse Soccer Club, which is a part really of the Chicago Red Stars organization in that professional track, and being trained by the same goalkeeper trainer that trains the professional goalkeepers. And he's really excited about, I think, the upside that she has. And we're excited about that as well. So she's from Lyons Township High School, helped lead her team to second in the state. They lost 1-0 in the state final, and I think she had 8 or 10 saves in that game alone. So certainly capable, and really has only, I think, scratched the surface of where she can be as a goalkeeper. So excited about the future that she has. And then last one, I would say our goal scoring player, Sarah Foley, came to an ID camp probably as a freshman in high school. And I just remember looking out and turning to my assistant coach, Jeff, and saying, who is that? Because every time she touched the ball, it ended up in the back of the net. Now, granted, we were in a little bit of a small-sided environment. But I would say that evaluation hasn't changed. I've seen her play at the high school level. I've seen her play at an extremely high club level. Her club team won the USYS National Championships. And just most recently this summer, I went down and watched her play with the WPSL team, which is similar to the summer baseball team, playing with, post-college graduates and college players, and still saw her score the goal in the playoff game down there. So someone who really has a nose for the goal and can find the goal. And so we're excited about adding, those players. I would say as a class as a whole, it's heavier on the attacking side, but you put a strong goalkeeper and a center back in there, you sort of balance those things out. So we're excited about this class. We're excited about the future of Illinois soccer. I think this season was not outcome-wise what we want, but I think if you look at how close we were in most of those games, and you look at this class, and you look at what they want to do, I would say, the current players and the class coming in, they know that they've got an unbelievable facility and an unbelievable space at Demersion Park. And so I think they're coming here to make a name for Illinois soccer and to build a fan base in Demersion Park that's something special. And, that's what we've talked about with this class. And that's certainly what they've committed to, is to helping us realize that vision as we move forward with this program. So excited to have them come and join us as we really look to take this program to places it hasn't been.
Just to be clear, when it came to Izzy Lee, you're not in a fight with Nancy for playing time.
No, not yet. But she probably hasn't heard the fact that she went from 5'6" to 5'11", so not yet.
All right. With this class, were you looking at particular positions of need, or do you try to cover the waterfront on all areas?
Yeah, I think it's probably, and I say this when we recruit, it's probably more we look for specific attributes. So soccer is a game you can play different formations. You're not going to have a different formation when you play baseball. You got an infielder, an outfielder. But in soccer, I think you can move players around. But we definitely wanted attributes. We wanted somebody that could score goals, and we wanted somebody that could get the ball to people who could score goals. And we wanted a level of athleticism in this class that would sort of raise our athletic ability. So I think think that's, when you look at Sarah Foley, there's pace there, there's athleticism, there's the ability to score goals, and the same is true with Abby Zugay. So I think we're looking for some pace and athleticism and really kind of changing the dynamics of our attack. But we also, as you look forward and know that at some point, our ball winners will graduate, making sure that we continue to have someone that, could defend on restarts, that could help us in the aerial game. That was going to be important as well. So I think attributes, we were looking to make sure we could continue to have all those attributes that it takes to be successful.
Maybe you just answer this question, but if a soccer player grows 4 to 6 inches in a year and a half, well, we know what happens to a basketball player. Maybe they change position, maybe they retain their skill set. How does it affect a soccer player?
I think it might be different if we were talking about a field player, because again, that skill set, that ability to strike a ball, I think in Izzy's case, it has only enhanced her ability to cover ground in the goal. And that was the thing that I think really caught my attention was she has the height, but she also has the coordination. And I think maybe not having had that height all along, her explosiveness and things like that, and moving across the goal quickly were things she had to do because she wasn't 5'10" at the time. But now imagine the fact that she can do that and she's 5'10". And so she really hasn't, I don't think, lost the things that being 5'5" gave her in terms of being a goalkeeper. And now she adds that extra length and that extra height. And it really, I think, has given her the opportunity to have no limits in terms of what she can do physically as a goalkeeper. Great question. Yeah, thank you.